We all remember Malcolm Butler's interception at the goal line in Super Bowl 49. But do you remember what happened just two plays before?
Russell in the pocket. Russell for Carson. That's broken up again. And is it? But somehow.
The Butler interception is iconic, cementing a dynasty that we may never see the likes of again. But the plays leading up to it are just as important in telling the whole story. Before we dive deep into the film, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think the greatest defensive play in Super Bowl history is. We really appreciate all the support. And with that, let's get down to business. First of all, on this curse catch, the Patriots defenders do a great job of just being aware and making sure they actually get him down. On first and goal, the Seahawks did actually hand it to Marshawn Lynch, but Dante Howard makes a fantastic play here. He has to actually dip under the guard, and normally the prescribed way to play this would be for the linebacker to jam that guard and then get over the top, over to the right side of the guard, but he's able to cut out just enough of Marshawn's legs after dipping underneath to the inside, and Marshawn is down at the 1, setting up a second down and goal. We obviously know what happens on this second down and goal, but it's important to highlight what happens before where they did actually stop Marshawn. Malcolm Butler and the Patriots also game plan for this. He reads Russell's eyes the whole way, and this is the interception that wins the Patriots their 4th Super Bowl, cementing their dynasty. Iconic defensive plays in the league's biggest game don't just happen in that play. They're made up of a series of plays leading up to that moment, and nowhere is that more evident than in James Harrison's 100-yard pick six against the Cardinals in Super Bowl 43. This is one of the single greatest plays in NFL history, regardless of Super Bowl or not. But what's more impressive is what happened the couple of plays leading up to it. For 5 consecutive plays before James Harrison's interception, he actually rushed the passer from the same side, just over and over and over again. So if you're Kurt Warner, you're watching James Harrison rush you over and over, and you don't think that there's really an issue. He's going to continue to rush the passer, and because of that, you've actually been able to dink and dunk right behind Harrison to Larry Fitzgerald and a couple of your other weapons throughout the drive. But on the goal line, Harrison makes the play, drops into that zone that Warner doesn't think anyone's going to be in, to his complete surprise, and the entire Steelers defense creates a convoy for Harrison to return it for 6. Dick LeBeau and the Steelers defense conditioned Warner into trusting a single assumption, and then used that against him in a high leverage moment of the game. They reversed a key tendency, and it paid off with a 100-yard pick six and a Super Bowl ring. The last iconic moment in Super Bowl history that we're going to look at is kind of similar to this one, where the defense is going to condition a legendary quarterback into making a critical mistake in a big moment of the game. And this is Tracy Porter intercepting Peyton Manning in the Saints versus Colts Super Bowl, back with Drew Brees and Sean Payton still manning the Saints. On the play before, the Saints decide to actually only blitz 3, and they drop their edge backer into coverage. But even though they only blitz 3, the nose guard actually gets home and puts a decent amount of pressure on Peyton Manning. And this will speed up his internal clock when it comes to the Tracy Porter interception that happens on the next play. This time, the Saints rush double the amount of blitzers, and they send 6 people. They play man coverage behind it, and Tracy Porter can get super aggressive because it's 3rd and short. He knows Peyton Manning is sped up. He knows the defense is blitzing lots of guys, and he makes the play against Reggie Wayne, brings it back to the house, and as they say, the rest is history. So all I'm saying is that Malcolm Butler should be thankful for Dante Hightower, Duron Harmon, and Devin McCourty. James Harrison should be thankful for Lawrence Timmons, Lamar Woodley, and Aaron Smith, and his defensive coordinator. And Tracy Porter should be thankful for Anthony Hargrove and Malcolm Jenkins, because history shows that team defense wins championships. Thanks for watching this episode of Off the Edge, a Life in the Stands production. If you like the content, remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. We really do appreciate all the support. Remember to let me know down in the comments what play you think is the best defensive play in Super Bowl history. And until next time, defense!